Hey everyone, good to have you back. More Age of Empires here. We're here on the new Mongolian Heights. Really loving this map. And I'm playing as the opposite dynasty up against my opponent, Baba Vegeta. Or Baba Vegeta? Yeah, Baba Vegeta. Playing as the Holy Roman Empire. And it's a Holy Roman Empire opponent, so you know what that means. We've got to scout them and keep our eye on every move they make. They're likely going to be playing greedy, and we need to know if it's going to be that full-on greed that we need to punish with lots of units and rams, or if it's going to be that more balanced fast castle where they mine a little bit of stone, put up lots of outposts, and basically respond to my aggression with quickly assembled defenses. We're scouting the map. Glad we got our scout ahead of his, yeah, because we can snatch up that sheep. It's nice to get the sheep off this map because HRE, they like to depend on that safe food source. And we actually, man, we have a lot of sheep. I think we really beat him out. We've got 12 right here, 2 more over here. Any more that we get is going to be a big bonus. We're aging up, pulling a villager off of gold in case we want to be aggressive. Getting wood is always a good idea when you want to be aggressive. And I'm going to send a very early villager out. I'm going to use this villager to kind of threaten my opponent. Kind of say like, oh, I could build a outpost right here if you don't do something. So let's see how he responds. Although it's maybe a little early for this villager. Instead, yeah, he's going to be idle a little bit, just kind of hanging out near this wood line. I just don't have the wood for him to really build anything. Oh, and there we go. Now, my scout ends up in a really good spot. He's going for stone here. So we're just going to have my scout whack away at them, and we're going to start building this outpost. He pulls his villagers away. All we do is cancel and run. This is what I like to see. If his villagers are fighting my scout, they're not gathering resources. Rather than reconstruct that outpost, we're going to put down our archery range and start making camel archers. Oh, he kills the sheep that was following my scout? That's sad. We can't really kill these villagers. He's got his prelate nearby. That prelate can just heal them right up. Camel archers on the way, fresh foodstuffs on the way, but I'm just razor focused on this front line. He's gathering up wood. That's a lot of wood gathering. So he's gathering wood and stone, which makes me think he could easily make another town center. But, okay, he's sending more villagers to try and fight mine. And now he's probably thinking, okay, this scout will take care of his villager. But I'll fight back and, oh yeah, take out that knife. And we've got our camel archer on the way, along with 2 more archers. And yeah, look at that. The prelate can just patch that scout right up. So there's not much we can do here. We're going to have to back away until our camel archer arrives. And we're still watching lots of wood. It means that my opponent can afford to make some defenses. Or a military structure. So this is very dangerous. And yeah, there's the outpost going down. We'll threaten with our own. And we can send our camel archer forward to try and shoot down his villagers. But look at how fast the prelate heals them up. We can't, it's hard to out DPS them. Could target the prelate. Probably should have. And now that he's going to construct that, we just back away. Over here, another outpost and another outpost. Now I'm getting deja vu from that last game I played against the Holy Roman Empire. I immediately cut all military production. Instead, I say to myself, This is an opponent who's not going to make any military units until he makes it to the castle age, and he's just going to use these outposts to fill in the gaps. I've got 2 military structures, great. And you can see, now I'm pivoting. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be able to get away with anything I want right now. Instead of using my wood that I would normally just pump archers and then build rams, that's pointless here. He's spending resources on arrow slits. He's basically getting all these defensive structures. So forget pumping units, forget making more military structures. We're just going to focus on getting enough stone to make another town center. The moment we make the second town center, we're going to probably pull tons of villagers away from wood. So once we get this down to 900, and once we get our 300 total stone, we're probably going to just plop our second town center right here on top of the deer camp, and hopefully pull these villagers from wood and put them either on the sheep or on these berries. Still scouting, keeping an eye on what's going on. My opponent is going to be rapidly gathering. You can see he's almost up to the castle age. And yeah, we're kind of spinning around here. He's got scouts in the outposts. He's got villagers mining gold. But you can see he's actually got enough for a second town center. Ours is already going up. Should be pulling these villagers from wood. And we spot his second town center going down. And it's a little exposed. Look at these villagers on the edge here. We'll go in with our small military force of just ranged units, which is smart. That's all we want. We get a villager kill. Now we have to back off because this outpost has an arrow slits in placement. My scout's probably going to die. There they fan out again. Oh, scout. Continuing to take arrow fire. He's tanking it well, though. And we're getting random shots on these villagers here. So we're making it a hassle to get his town center up. And that's all we can really hope for with these units here. You can see he's almost to the castle age. But we are aggressively going for the castle age as well. There's that extra mill I was talking about. Looks like I'm keeping just 8 on wood. And we're rallying new villagers to gold. Love seeing that. And the moment the town center goes up, we have to retreat. So we're out of there. And now I think I recognize, okay. Oh, and looks like that villager that was out here building outposts, he actually built a dock, and that's where we're dumping our extra wood. That's why I was still gathering wood over here, because I knew I could dump my spare wood into these fishing boats, which just turns into more food income. Look at that, 55 food right there, and we're almost to the castle age. Look at that, we've actually beaten him to the castle age. He's got it right now, and I've got it right now. So we both have 2 town centers. We're both going to the castle age. I have some military structures. He's mostly got static defenses, and he's pretty much just contained to his starting base right here. Me, I've actually spread out a little bit. We're gathering berries, we're gathering fish. And now I'm wisely making camel archers and spearmen. I think that's the composition when you're in this castle age transition, because your spearmen are going to deal with his eventual knights. The camel archers will reduce the damage from the knights, and both units are pretty good at killing prelates. He is no doubt making the Regnitz Cathedral, although he could go Burgrave. At that point, I would need to just spam crossbowmen, but I've got a decent age up, so I think I could make crossbowmen if I need to. But now we're parking units on the relics. Actually, I'm having them patrol back and forth between these 2 relics here. Yeah, the one over here and the one over here. We'll probably put... Yeah, we're putting an outpost down here, and we'll probably park some units on this relic as well. So now, yeah, we have to guard the relics. He's in the castle age. One of his prelates should be here right now. Yep, there it is. And look at the DPS. He doesn't have any military structures, so we could just take shots. Make the smart decision, pull your units back. No need to play the little risky game where you try and kill him before he converts you. I probably could have won it, but forget it. Play it safe. He lost. That's an 100. I think it's just 100. Maybe 125. That was a very valuable prelate. Ugh, damn these wolves. I hide my units in a stealth forest because whenever you get a prelate kill, they're going to learn their lesson and come back with military units. So hide your units. He's going to send a knight out here, so I need to reinforce that area with my spearmen. We're filling out our military production. We're getting a blacksmith, 2 stables, some barracks, some archery ranges. I'm glad to see the archery ranges just non-stop pumping crossbowmen. That's all we need right now. There's no way this HRE player is not going to make knights and man-at-arms. We need these crossbowmen to punch through that armor. And look who it is, another prelate. Just a few units over here, and we deny it. Would love to see a Spring-Alden placement here. But we delayed a little bit getting our stone mining going again. And we're putting down a mosque of our own because we really want to deny him these relics. And that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. The knight shows up. This is already gone. A prelate has already grabbed it, but he's probably eyeballing this next relic. So let's take out his knight. You can see spearman, camel archer. They're doing good work versus these knights. Okay, 2 knights versus a camel archer and an archer. Let's see what happens. Okay, we lost our spearman. Oh, 3 knights. Yikes. We're trying to snipe the prelate down. I think we're going to lose these units. Okay, so we lost those 2 relics, but we cost him a lot of time. If he had gotten those relics into his base sooner, he would have gotten a lot more income a lot quicker. Now we're sending small groups of units to check out these other resource deposits. We really want to keep him in his base. He really wants to go out and do something else. He doesn't just want to chop trees, build farms, and gather from this one gold spot. He wants to get out on the map. Heck, you can see it with his prelates here. We're going to target down this prelate. Yep, give him a few stabs. And I'd love to see a Spring-Alden placement on this. Yeah. Chase him. Oh. But we run into a horseman, not a knight. Look how effective that is. Wow. Over here, my units get spotted by the outpost, so they're probably not going to do too well. But we've got even more. We've been non-stop with our man-at-arms, crossbowman production, and now we're switching back over to spears because we know that we need to deal with his knights. Looks like I misrallied some of my cavalry. Well, I'll spot them eventually. And now we get a little preview of his army composition. Looks like knights, horsemen. He's pretty much just got stables right now. Yeah, there it is, 3 stables. So we need to spam way more spearmen. And yeah, there they come. Over here, looks like we just kind of uselessly attacked his town center a little bit. Now we're going to back off. Still producing fishing ships. I like seeing that. A high food income is going to help me produce man-at-arms and crossbowmen. Both pretty food-intensive units. We're still getting out on the map. We've got walls protecting sort of this right side. That'll protect this gold, this wood, this stone, and we'll eventually grab that relic. Now, this is a great play here. He brought his knights in to try and clear the way for this relic, but I brought over my crossbowmen, man-at-arms, and spearmen, and we're going to engage with his army. This Spring-Alden placement is finishing. Let's watch how effective this is. It's smart that he uses horsemen in here because they're doing good damage versus my ranged units. But I had another group here flanking. Now the camel archer arrives. They all get the camel unease debuff, so they're dealing less damage. Now we're really duking it out. The Spring-Alden placement finishes, and now it's shooting at these knights. He's thinking about backing away, and I actually have reinforcements over here. Could get these knights involved. But you can see he has to back off. Kind of the pinch maneuver, or the pincer maneuver that I did in that corner there was very effective. I'm going to back away. My scout's giving good vision. I'm glad that he's mixed in with the army. What to do with this group? Hard to say. Looks like they're going to maybe attack this outpost. Yeah, we can burn it down. Why not? It doesn't have the fortification on it just yet. Oh, but then he does the emergency repairs, and we just back away. Over here, the scout's checking to see if he's taking any of these resources. This is a really juicy spot. Deer, berries, 2 gold deposits, wood. He really wants to go over here, and I just know it. I'm going to build rams near the second town center. I know from experience that second town centers are very low hit point. They're easy to ram down. I think I need a third town center. I'd like to see myself put one down. We've got the resources for it. Surprised I don't already have one. And we're taking even more off of the map. We're taking those berries because he's not being aggressive with his cavalry. He's just kind of having them attempt to get these relics. And yeah, here they come back. I've got my imam out here trying to grab relics. Ooh, that spring alt emplacement's great. The moment he picks it up, he goes down. But my units are engaging. He's wise to, well, maybe he target fired that camel archer, but that was the right move. I'm going to target fire his prelate. That was a good move. We're duking it out here. The nice part is it looks like I'm barely going to lose this, which is a good thing because I have a static defensive structure here. So we'll probably trade evenly there. Over here, big kills with these spearmen and these archers. Look at all of these villagers going down. I don't know how he didn't notice it. Probably getting too many attack ping notifications. But just look at how many villagers that was. Easily 10, maybe a dozen villagers. And we'll just chase them around. Over here, the second town center is under attack by 3 rams. He used the emergency repairs on it, and these spearmen are going to work on more of these villagers. He has lost so many villagers in the past minute. Or really the last 30 seconds. Now look at it. At 2,500 health, it just goes down so fast. And what's he going to attack me with? Knights? Look at all these spearmen. He needs man-at-arms. My spearmen that were over here and chasing his villagers around, looks like they all died to arrow fire. He's still just making knights. Oh, but here come some lance connects. They deal AoE damage, so just look at them wipe out my archers. The thing is, they have low hit points and not a lot of armor, so just a few crossbowmen can pretty much wipe them out. Heck, even archers do good work. We're also knocking out houses here. These rams, they ended up doing good work. Over here, we finally spotted him getting greedy. He's going for the gold and the food, and he's, of course, just putting down an outpost thinking that that'll secure it. So we'll start to send, small groups of units that way. The dock's still looking really good. I'm starting to think I might build another dock. Because why not? We're really taking advantage of this river through the center of the map. Now I'm not so sure about what to do with these rams. Yeah, we're coming in with our units, some knights. We're going to pretty much discourage his villagers from gathering gold here. How are we doing on upgrades? Looks like we're starting to get upgrades. Okay, good to see. And we have secured a relic. I believe my opponent has 2 relics, but they are supercharged relics thanks to his Regnitz Cathedral. But the one thing I want to stress here is that I'm now no longer worried about this game. Why is that? Because we have killed so many of his villagers. He never even got the textiles upgrade for his villagers. So these knights are like 2-shotting these villagers. Oof. We have killed so many of his villagers. The income difference right now must be insane. Look at that. His villagers have either been running for their lives, hiding in the town center, or dying. I'll just send in rams. Why not? We can play sloppy at this point. The game's over. We get to see his units again. Lance connects. It's all just melee infantry. If we just spam enough crossbowmen, we'll do great. Mangonel's going to start working on the farms around the Aachen Chapel. I like Mangonels against farms because they do this splash damage. See how it kind of affects 2 farms at once? It's nice, and these farms are expensive. It's a good chunk of wood. And you can knock them out in just a few shots. Getting siege units near their farmlands is always a good option. We're taking gold. We're taking food. We've got another dock. We've got a siege workshop now, so we can start getting a... oh, we already have a trebuchet. And now we're going up to the Imperial Age. Yep, we've got enough. We'll probably put down some markets up here. Would love to see us grab more relics. We're already up to 2. We still have 1 in hand. So that's basically 3 secured. Yeah, we're moving fishing ships over. Wow. And yeah, there's a slew of upgrades coming. We'll probably put down, yep, some outposts just to give us vision of his base and decide what we want to attack next. And yep, the Mangonel moves forward and just keeps working on his fields. Up here, we built a ram, and we're pretty much just clearing up what he had here. 1 ram takes out his outpost, and we're just slaughtering villagers. Yeah, Mangonel's getting shots on his villagers. And the trebuchet's working on his town center. Here comes his army. They can pretty much wipe out this battering ram, but I'm going to send all my crossbowmen forward. And yeah, the Mangonel, not too effective versus melee infantry, but these lance connects just don't have much health. That AoE damage right there is really good. See, he's slaughtering all these front units, but the crossbowmen and archers in the back are just eating them up. And wow, even a Spring Alden placement on that outpost is getting shots in. So yeah, it's kind of a big wipe here. We lose all of our infantry, but I managed to keep all my ranged units. And now we're just going to start sieging away his base. And look at that. The trebuchet lives with 2 health, but not really much of an issue. We already have another on the way. This is a good game. The opponent really started to get toxic at the end and said that I was playing very sloppy and that I didn't deserve the win, which was a shame. I did enjoy the game, and to be honest, one of the main reasons I did well this game is because in the game just before this, I saw the exact same strategy from a Holy Roman Empire player, and I adapted. Hopefully we can copy what we did here in the future versus Holy Roman Empire players who play that kind of middle ground and make lots of defensive structures. And yeah, hopefully we get more Mongolian Heights. This is turned into my favorite map, I think. All right, catch you for the next game.